The main differences that we see from like researches lies on several dimensions, like communication. So, of course, Dutch communication is perceived as direct, and it's low context communication. Ukrainian communication is more high context. So, what it means that people very often make a lot of nuances during their speech, and it may be difficult for people who don't know that to get to the point. So what she wants from me, yes, because there can be the full story of life of different circumstances that are really not very connected as you think to the point, but for the person it is connected. How to deal with that, yeah, to know that, and to understand that you should give more time for conversation and ask more questions. So clarify as much as possible. In Ukraine, we are used to have more time with doctors, with teachers. Yeah, so we are used to have more deep conversation, and it is connected to the next very important difference is type of relationship. So Netherlands is more task-based culture. Ukraine is more relationship-based culture, and our relationships, they are very based, of course, on trust, and trust is an issue in Ukrainian culture historically. Of course, there are a lot of reasons for that. We do not trust formal institutions. For many years they didn't work, so people do not expect from authorities, from location managers, social workers, that those official institutions will help them. So people tend to rely on their circle. And Ukrainian culture is more like with these small clusters of my people. Yes, my circle, my trusted circle. So first, person will not go with some a pine yes to doctor. They will ask relatives, friends. They will ask advice, Google, but only then when they find that okay, or if I cannot stand it anymore, or if I found a trusted doctor, for example, then I go and ask for help. Without trust, the person will not open. And how to build trust? First, give time, show that you are interested, and listen. Next interesting difference between Ukrainian and Dutch culture is that Dutch culture is more loan oriented. This is a country with more years of stability in history. So people here tend to plan future. For me, it is a surprise when I get in February or March of the year all the school vacations for the next year. So I think, okay, in a week we have spring vacation. I still haven't planned it, but people already planned summer vacation of the next school year. But Ukraine is more short-term culture, yeah. So we cannot plan for very long future because situation changes all the time. For example, if we talk about health, yeah, people do not tend to go for prophylactics to think about this again results in perspective. So we just trying to water all these fires, but yeah, we don't have opportunity to think about 10-20 years. Another interesting part is index of uncertainty acceptance, and so how people deal with uncertainty. And Dutch culture has a quite moderate level, so it means that okay, if something unexpected happen, we will be able to adapt. Ukraine has very high index, and it means that for people it is very hard to live in uncertainty. Even though, so it is a paradox because all our life is uncertainty, yes? So we live in this short future. However, uncertainty like very painful for us. And it means that people tend more to have some structure, have some rules, yes. And for those who work with Ukrainians, it's also important to understand if you provide some information, if you make some changes, if you want to start something new, it is very important to give as much as possible details, as much as possible rules, and how the decisions will be made, because uncertainty brings anxiety, anxiety brings problems. And I would say the last one, but not the only one, but I would say from the main, yes, it's the way of making decisions. In Ukraine, we are more top-based culture. Again, historically, we had Soviet Union. We also had this many centuries of instability when you do not have time to sit, discuss, to have everyone to raise opinion. You have to make decisions fast. And during Soviet era, we also had a lot of, promotion of paternalism, when the boss knows how is better. So we will tell you, government will tell you how to live. You can imagine that in 2023, 73% of Ukrainians told that they expect from government that they will influence and help in different spheres of their life. So for authorities, they also perceived as fathers. Yeah, so he will tell me what to do, how to do, what decisions to make. So for what we see from also from the field, and when we talk with location managers, woonbegeleiders, social workers, they tell, okay, but they wait for some our decision. And actually, yes, because people are very used that there is the boss who will come and tell, yeah, that you should do like that. It means that really people need a bit more guidance, a bit more information, help, yeah, and helping them to, okay, give your independence, responsibility, but still with this guidance, because people may feel lost.